Good day, everyone. So I am here in front of you to tackle some of the issues here in our community and in how these issues can cause climate change. Lastly, I will present to you my action plan on how we can help our community become environment friendly in order to stop climate change, its impacts and effects.
First and foremost, what is climate change? Climate change is a global phenomenon of climate transformation characterized by the changes in the usual climate of the planet regarding temperature, precipitation, and wind that are especially caused by human activities. As a result of unbalancing the weather of the Earth, the sustainability of the planet's ecosystems is under threat, as well as the future of humankind and the stability of the global economy.
Who do you think is responsible for climate change? We, the people. Humans have been given most of the blame for the changing climate. This is due to our never-ending thirst for energy and innovation, excess use of industry, and the focus of putting green in our pockets and not back into the environment to help aid in climate change. Humans are increasingly influencing the climate and the Earth's temperature by burning fossil fuels, cutting down forests, and farming livestock. This adds enormous amounts of greenhouse gases to those naturally occurring in the atmosphere, increasing the greenhouse effect and global warming, which causes climate change. You see, we are much of the threat ourselves. So now, it's time for us to give back to our Mother Earth, to take care of it, and make actions to have a healthier and cleaner environment and a safe planet for us to live in. And in order to do that, we must first start with ourselves. Now, let us address the issues in our community.
What is deforestation? Its causes and effects. Deforestation refers to the decrease in forest areas across the world that are lost for other uses such as agricultural croplands, urbanization, or mining activities. Greatly accelerated by human activities since 1960, deforestation has been negatively affecting natural ecosystems, biodiversity, and the climate. Multiple factors, either of human or natural origin, cause deforestation. Natural factors include natural forest fires or parasite-caused diseases, which can result in deforestation. Nevertheless, human activities like illegal logging, new constructions, and urbanization are among the main causes of global deforestation. Its effects are loss of habitat, increased greenhouse gases, destruction of homelands, soil erosion, and flooding. The things we can do to stop deforestation. First, spread awareness and raise consciousness. We can teach our family, friends, or colleagues about the issue around deforestation. Let them know about the consequences of it and empower them about how they can also use their consumer role to make a difference. At the same time, as a citizen, use your voice in your local network and let the people in power know what type of changes you'd like to see in your neighborhood, city, or district. Second, plant trees. One of the most convenient and straightforward approaches for overcoming the issue of deforestation is tree plantation. It's like a lifetime investment. The seeds soon will grow into trees one day and may recover the lost phase through deforestation. How much you want to contribute will be your decision to make. Start from a single tree or two, or even plan to plant a whole forest. Third, practice ecoforestry. Ecoforestry is a restorative method of forest management which is not based on economic productivity. In this practice, certain trees are selectively harvested while causing minimal damage to the rest of the forest. The long-term aim of this method is to systematically fell mature trees, while leaving the forest ecosystem relatively unaffected. Fourth, create or join a community forestry project. Community forestry is carried out by local residents, volunteers, and schools with the support of the government. This forestry technique involves tree planting, timber harvesting, cleaning, and forest conservation. Through the active involvement in the management of forests, Local people become much more aware of all the benefits intact forests provide for them on a daily basis. What is flood? Its causes and effects. A flood is a body of water that covers land which is normally dry. Floods are common natural disasters that can affect millions of people around the world. They destroy houses and buildings and carry soil away from valuable farming land. Floods can also contaminate drinking water and lead to diseases. They are often caused by rivers, but overflowing lakes and seas can also cause flooding. Floods are also caused by humans. Trees and plants normally help absorb too much water. When forests are cut or burned down, water from rainfall flows down barren land and produces mudslides. Too much water pressure on dams can lead to cracks in the concrete or even cause a dam to break completely. As most people are aware, the immediate impacts of flooding include loss of human life, damage to property, destruction of crops, loss of livestock, and deterioration of health conditions owing to waterborne diseases. The things we can do to prevent flooding. First, introduce better flood warning systems. We must improve our flood warning systems, giving people more time to take action during flooding. Advanced warning and pre-planning can significantly reduce the impact from flooding. Second, modify homes and businesses to help them withstand floods. The focus should be on flood resilience rather than defense schemes, concreting floor and replacing materials such as MDF and plasterboard with more robust alternatives. We can suggest waterproofing homes and businesses and moving electric sockets higher up the walls to increase resilience. Third, protect wetlands and introduce plant trees strategically. The creation of more wetlands, which can act as sponges, soaking up moisture and wooded areas, can slow down waters when rivers overflow. These areas are often destroyed to make room for agriculture and development. Fourth, restore rivers to their natural courses. Many river channels have been historically straightened to improve navigability. Remeandering straightened rivers by introducing their bends once more increases their length and can delay the flood flow and reduce the impact of flooding downstream. What is drought? Its causes and effects. Drought can simply be defined as extended periods of precipitation shortage, normally for a season or more, resulting in water deficiency for some human activities or environmental sustainability. Human activities such as farming, irrigation, or domestic uses of water are normally highly impacted during droughts. The causes of drought are rainfall or precipitation deficiency, human acts such as deforestation, construction, and agriculture negatively impact the water cycle, drying out of surface water flow, and global warming. The effects of drought are drying out of water bodies, reduction in soil quality, reduced crop yields, unsuitable conditions for plant and vegetation survival, hunger, migration, and even death of animals and wildlife. As a concerned human being preventing drought in one's community, here are some basic water conservation tips that should help. First, avoiding overuse. One of the biggest strains in our water supply is simple overuse. Being mindful of the amount of water you use each day can be a powerful way to prevent droughts. Second is conserving water. Water doesn't always have to be in drinkable condition for us to use it for other needs. That means, in many cases, we can reuse water to help conserve our supplies of fresh, potable water. One of the easiest ways you can do is to collect rainwater with a rain barrel. Third, better monitoring. Technology has made it possible for households and businesses to gain greater insight into how they use their resources, and so-called smart plumbing is on the rise. With advanced monitoring technology, water consumers can see exactly how much water they use, which can make them more mindful and help them identify leaks and areas where their plumbing may be inefficient. Fourth, plant native and or drought-tolerant grasses, ground covers, shrubs, and trees, or small plants. Small plants require less water to become established. Group plants together based on similar water needs. Plastic pollution. Garbage, trash, rubbish, or refuse is waste material that is discarded by humans, usually due to a perceived lack of utility. Things that are no longer useful or wanted after use and are thrown away, like household materials, food waste, plastic bottles and cellophanes, styrofoam, paper, wrappers, and many more. As the world's population continues to grow, so does the amount of garbage that people produce. On-the-go lifestyles require easily disposable products such as soda cans or bottles of water. Still, the accumulation of these products has led to increasing amounts of plastic pollution around the world. The causes of these are plain old trash, rapid urbanization, and population growth increases the demand of cheap plastics, mismanaged plastic disposal, humans producing more and more plastic, and littering. The effects of these are groundwater pollution, upsetting the food chain, negative effects on human health. The things we can do to stop trash, specifically plastic pollution. First, ban styrofoam. Foam plastics like styrofoam are among the litter most commonly found in cleanups. They are used to make things like disposable cups, plates, takeout containers, and packing peanuts. Styrofoam can only be recycled if it is clean, undyed, and uncontaminated, but because styrofoam often holds food, it seldom meets those conditions. Bring back your plastic bottles for cash. Every year, millions of bottles end up in the province's landfills or in the environment. A deposit return program would help recover over 90% of the plastic bottles sold annually. Mandatory reusable plates, cups, and cutlery at restaurants. Reducing and reusing are the best ways of stopping waste and pollution. The government can make it mandatory for restaurants to offer reusable plates, cups, and cutlery for on-site consumption. Coffee tastes better in a ceramic mug while drinking it at your favorite coffee shop. Last, fees on plastic bags. We can impose a fee on plastic bags to reduce plastic pollution and use that money for environmental cleanups. Of course, a straight-up ban would also work, as many countries in the world have found.
As you can see, these issues are very alarming. So it's our role to take action in this matter. Being eco-friendly or environmentally friendly is becoming more and more important. You can see the term used in everything from job ads to dating profiles to even listings of houses and vacation homes. So, what is being eco-friendly? The simplest way to define what being eco-friendly means is to say that it is the act of living with intent. The intent is focused on not creating harm to the environment and to prevent as much harm from occurring to the environment through your interaction with it. It goes beyond an idea and extends to actual practices that influence how communities, businesses, and individuals conduct themselves. Being eco-friendly goes far beyond just turning off lights when you leave the room, or separating your garbage, or recycling. It is about changing the purpose of how you live. Being eco-friendly promotes green living that helps to conserve energy and also prevent disasters and climate change. So that would be all. I hope you got my message. Let's continue doing good and strive for the betterment of our future. Thank you.